It's time, my friends, for NAVI to play again here, but today against UCAM. Man, it's been a while since I watched UCAM. In the past, I did a lot of their games. This roster is new to me, but I actually know their players. The only guy that I haven't watched play yet is Bold. But Fancy, Jesse, Bisk, and Oliveira, I watched them play before. Looks like a good team, but let's see how they're gonna stack against NAVI, my friends. Rexky is not playing due to health issues.
I mean, Kalusha's already been knocked down to 75 HP. Make that 0. Hero at least able to get the refrag out, but I don't think you get much more of a clear example of how Killjoy's utility can just create a big
I can only hear on the left side, is it me?
especially down that mid doors angle, and you get to see the Asters as well. Xiao and Jesse both just kind of lurking ready, waiting for each other. Jesse walks away the victor, so you don't have to worry about any gravitational stars, any pulls, anything like that. If you can get yourself back onto the site, as the trades are going 1 for 1 for 1. It's a very close fight here, but
like your name, bro.
The position is going to be known here. And he is just being held. The spike is ticking down a little bit. Right click, I absolutely adore. The reload comes through. Spike gonna get halved. The swing from Oliveira.
Social, talk about social. Like, good start, bro. Good start.
NAVI has, that's, I think, not an admission, but certainly a highlight or a kind of acceptance that they are going to want to play a bit more strategically. They are going to want to kind of pace themselves out here. Jesse just not really.
Guys, would like to see. Yo, they could play with Angel here, no? That would be nice. Why did I play with Angel? Probably he's probably not practicing anymore, just watching VOD, so maybe that's the reason.
They do know where he is, so this slow walk becomes a
I
absolute sprint
would like to see you back in the server, bro.
The classic's doing
work,
though.
Philo
Gonna do the exact same right back.
Ace, get Ace, bro. Get Ace.
I feel pretty confident about that one because they only got 3 players remaining, and Boulder's not gonna do that much more damage. Wouldn't be finding the most value of that Marshall either. It's only Xiao really.
Okay.
That will be in the range of dying to a single bullet, but
like
UCAM is the one that are more proactive. They take Xiao off the angle. And a tough task now for NAVI, down 2 players on that line of sight.
Man, where did Kolosha used to play and where is he from? Anyone knows?
Either him or Famsi.
I've never seen this guy before.
Defensive angles when they're entering the site.
Probably a new talent, right?
Oh
my god, talk about him.
Be something here. The special delivery just going to hit alone. Bold very patient in dugout. Kind of sees 2 of his team die. He tries to go for the spray actually on a sociably. The spike not going to initially get planted. It's only 10 seconds left. The spray through the smoke going to be good enough. Sociably falls. The fades
nice
get it.
They're using this mantle as well.
Adds a 4th notch onto the side of his gun.
Like out of all the organizations, they're the ones that I would say outside of the Turks that are the proudest of their national heritage, as they would say.
Oh, he's from Ukraine?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, they are proud of what they do. Speaking of being proud of what you do here, Filu's gotten this good aggress here, but has that corner been cleared? Okay, finally, we see Bisk just actually teleport out. I was really expecting the gate crash to stand down. The counter Nightfall about to come through. The scan as well, the Teho drone. That's a lot of utility.
Oh my god, that should stand.
The spike not going to be planted. For anyone that doesn't know, yes, patch notes are involved, and Teho now does damage with the special delivery here. Kalosha as well.
Can you imagine?
To receive
the line of green? Oh, shot clock fire.
Xiao not really going to be a concern here. The lurk up double doors decent in theory, but the timing just not working.
Jesse. No money for NAVI.
Did he break open UCAM?
Oh my god, that's Hazel.
Because the flash is solid there. Kalosha looked to be in the initial comfortable side. Jesse, a player that we just didn't really talk about.
Well done, UCAM. Well done. I like that, boys.
Kind of sitting back on the controller, doing what you would ask of them, but really been stepping up onto this Pearl here, showing the power of Astra, especially as well in his counterpart. Xiao not been really able to be given the same space. Of course, attack Astra, you really do need that post plant to work out for you. The hop is going to come through from Bald Armageddon just to waste time. Xiao actually falls, the world ends, shatters around him. 50 seconds still left, but NAVI losing 2 players before they even get onto the site.
Yeah, he's annoying.
Well, I mean, still Hero that is present on site. They're still trying to put the spike down, but it's not going to be easy with Famsi holding that line of sight. Great work from Sociably. But still a couple more to clear out, and it's going to be a tough task.
Hero the hero, can he do it? He's a clutch player.
Hero now in the clutch, they line up with a high-low.
He gets this one?
Able to break that one apart.
heaven, right, for B. He's not really looking after double doors, and there's no alarm bot there. There's nothing set up to stop that, but you do have Jesse all the way in the back line to see if anyone tries to slip through the sewer grate, right?
Man, Kolosh is not afraid to go in, man. I respect that.
Heads-up play, and one that's difficult to read, and it means that as soon as Navi walk onto the site, there is the position from UCAM to regress back on.
Sometimes
Hero
he was like,
tries
oh,
to
that's
put the
gonna.
cape on to carry his team away. Not going to be able to get the frags that's potentially necessary. The Killjoy just going to be thrown down. Lockdown not going to be given any space. Felu doesn't care about your smoke though, Bisk. Going to need a little bit more. The Cosmic Divide yet again comes down through. Not the best one though, because it is going to give a little bit of weakness here actually. A potential mistake indeed. The shorty from Felu is enough. And because of that, it's now looking at double door. And the fact that you're seeing all Azera adapt the Killjoy setup, right? That's so difficult if you're an attacker to deal with, because usually you're like, okay, well, you know, the Killjoy alarm bot's kind of here or there, that's not a concern, but if it keeps moving around, you have to adapt, you have to do something, but all that you do is...
They're also understanding that art is gonna be the object, so they are clearing the site itself, letting them get nestled because they got their own layers of utility that is just gonna be better in the post.
Man,
my days, so you need to have your team survive. Bisk just doing something with that operator. Still manages to take out Felu, despite just a very clean kind of push on, right? The overdrive from Kolosha forces UCAM to back off, but Navi have never really struggled to get onto the site. It's keeping this control with no ultimates to deal with. Meanwhile, Armageddon and the Cosmic Divide. All is there really trying to force Xiao to make a move here. Bisk has died, has been at least taken down twice due to that specific angle. The frags from Navi are good. All Azera has to do everything, including deal with the Astra that is sneaking up behind him. Eventually, that angle will get small. They do have the double duelist. They've got the fast rotate, so I do like to see that from them. It is going to be a bit of an easier defense in that regard. But if UCAM just don't respect them, don't give them the space, that could be where Navi struggles. They have to hope UCAM plays at a slower pace, which hopefully they should do given the composition. But we've seen what some teams can do. W keys have been held for a lot longer than maybe sometimes is expected.
Oh my god, that guy don't die. Bro, what the hell are you doing? We're picking like 10 times.
In the site yet because they're not aware of where the Cypher is present, and are aware of where Bold have found the space, a player to his right. It's a pivotal duel in this round, and Xiao handles it expertly. And that pretty much denies the space that UCAM were hoping that they would get an advancement even from Xiao. It's gonna buy more time if he doesn't die instantly, but if he dies, that's the side itself open. They're splitting themselves up into
guys, I was playing
a very deep
play 2 games to die. Bro, my FPS is garbage. My PC is good. I don't understand. Like, I used to have such a high FPS. Now it's so bad, bro.
And Xiao with that. The IGL not really able to call that there. Just decides that, oh well, has to watch his teammate die. Xiao does get the information, but this is kind of the thing, right? The information's been gained, but the spike still gets planted fairly comfortably. Only 4 HP for Bisk, and he's deciding to be the one on the flank watch there. That could be a mistake. An errant shot in any limb will be enough to take him down. Kolosha being the 1-2 defuse as well, despite that low HP. Hero falls down to half defuse now on.
Oh,
swing from Kolosha. Okay, 9 HP.
Damn, bro, that was nice.
Able to get the 3K. Does Felu get this control here? The jump peak, though, very solid. UCAM understand this, and just kind of pre-aiming the teleport. No one actually looks at Felu. They just wait for the gate crash. They all have a feeling there will not be an additional swing, but he still takes a frag regardless. You get to see how the Cypher setup can be very, very strong, very awkward. And Hero,
my god, stars align. Bro, Hero, the hero.
Get yourself that 3K.
Check PC.
Completely eviscerate UCAM's hopes and dreams. Olazera just kind of stuck now on his own. We'll see the classic, at least the gun barrel from Kolosha, but
I like
that's
this
all he's going to
classic.
see. Very good at kind of clearing every single angle here. UCAM have been as well. I mean, again, that double initiator style, I mean, there is going to be so much kind of side clearing or so much utility to get you onto the site.
Navi is to fight this, man. 4 players, where to flank. No one can go fast on the flank.
Playing this the exact same way, really. UCAM just allowing Navi onto the side, dealing with the retake, and now Navi playing this the exact same
longer
way.
the
With
wait,
the
worse it
Sentinel
gets.
actually online with the work that Cypher especially can do.
Oh my
And
god, 20
Philo
seconds,
can
baby.
do, apparently, if he just doesn't respect the smoke. Navi have been getting so many
They try
kills
hard,
through
Leon, I
these
think.
smokes. UCAM might actually
Maybe
just need to
not.
consider retiring the controllers if it's not going to save you.
Bro,
Smokes,
didn't even matter in the end.
walls, whatever you
Oh
believe
my god,
will
Navi's
protect
back
you
in the
from
game,
being
guys.
shot. Not
This is
be
gonna
the case.
destroy
Hero
UCAN
just
economy.
has to stick this. Kalusha gets the shot. You've got two angles, right? Do
And
you
this
commit more
is
to
a
the
very
post plant,
important
or do you kind of cut your losses
I
and
built
say
it
that
from Neon that
you're just
I
maybe
think it's
not
still
getting
underrated,
those
man.
plants as comfortably as you said? You know, the
this thing that you
utility
can like
is
jiggle
not
like that,
getting the value
it's so
that
hard
it
to
is, and
punish.
the kind of way
And
that you can
it's
force that value.
so valuable, bro.
Either just win a straight up duel 1 versus 1. Besk has been good whenever he's been allowed to see his targets. But going back to that original point, you know,
Oh man, I got destroyed by a Neon today. Oh my god, bro, annoying agent.
Olazera hasn't really had time to
Agent's
like
a
put the
demon,
alarm
bro.
bot down
Shit,
or
when he's
get a
ulted,
single
I just
nade
cry, bro.
onto the spike
I just
without it
cry.
just being dealt with here. A swing though, Besk not going to be able to get the second one.
Oh, he goes for more.
Kalusha given just a little bit too much space.
Not afraid
Able
to
get
play,
that
man. I
refrag,
like
able
this
to
kid.
Save the op and do a little bit more with it. No flashes now anymore, as you pointed out. Cosmic Divide.
Ay, what a
through.
goal, bro.
Oh,
What a goal.
Kalusha
He goes
actually
again.
threads
Beauty
the needle
style.
between the two that he sees. The operator not going to find one, so the Cosmic Divide creating a lot of security, a lot of safety. Navi looking set up to disrespect it. Salvo
Okay, fancy
forcing
goal.
it
Hazel.
just to be that, as the spike now dropped. And the Cosmic Divide, as soon as
Eyes on the
this
fade
is going
too,
to run
man.
out, that's
Late
when we'll see
alert.
the engagement.
Well, up close and personal,
Oh my
Olazera
God,
tried
Fate's
to be
gonna
the
win the
first
round.
line of defense. The Armageddon might have come too little too late.
I told you.
Sociably,
I told you
still
Fate was
able
going to win the
find
round.
Bolt on the other end, and
You guys
Fancy
believe me.
caught behind the veil of that smoke.
Sociable.
Golden Lightning knows no
He's
bounds.
receiving
and
a
he will
lot of
smite down
positive
the
feedback
entirety
on the
of UCAM, but
comments.
that's
You know, a lot of
not
love.
feedback
You
on
know,
business.
I've been seeing that,
Nice
boys. I've been
round
seeing
and they're
that.
Right now, though, Bold, the last time around was not successful. This time, identified. I'm not really a fan of that Nightfall. It doesn't really give you art. It doesn't really give you sight. It's half and half, and hesitation is gonna
Nice,
fight
bro.
them.
Nice.
Philo with a pair. And that is basically
That's so
the
nice,
round
Philo.
over. The Yoru
Lucky.
finds everything for Navi.
Yeah,
Now
that's just clean,
Jesse
boys.
left.
Amazing
You'll have a
recovery by
chance of an ace
Navi.
clutch, but that
10
will
to
not be
8.
the
Again,
case. It's a
UCAM with no
quad kill
money.
for
They're so good at adapting their playstyles, and it means that UCAM, we kind of were asking them, you know, the utility looking a little bit haphazard, but they're having to consider every possible angle because Navi are forcing them to do just that. This time we pushed
Yeah,
up
man.
B long,
Suddenly,
we've met them at
Navi,
their
they just
spawn,
turned
and we've
God
taken
mode
2
on.
for the price of nothing.
And
UCAM having to leave.
there was no hope for UCAM.
As both Duelist
Phil is
and
on
the
fire.
Fade
Kolosh is playing really
were
good
just
too.
able to hold down the line. I gotta say though,
I like that, guys.
Not
I like
really
that.
necessarily that sociably that much. He was just there for a bit of moral support, more than anything, and the utility working great for a hero.
Yeah,
And
Lizero can lock
Olazera
down.
is the one that still finds the
He's not in
better of him
position
in
to
the end.
use.
He clear out the upper. Yes, the spike is there to be planted, but it's a massive duel to
Oh,
find by Bold
they're
and
cooking.
UCAM.
I jinxed Navi.
Now fighting those timings. This round could be complicated. Chow on a single point of health, a single shot from the shorty is gonna be enough, and Filu gets the job done. And while Olazera is able to put down the
Oh, you're so
lockdown, he's
dead,
all
Olazera.
alone, and Kalosha once more could beat him to the punch, but now the lockdown is gonna be effective. Too little time remaining for Filu to just do anything about that one, and that might have to be
Oh, what a
round
rough position.
conceded. On half health is Filu. Time is the element.
What a
the
rough
ball is
position.
the ally, the
Olazera
timing is
next. Let's
perfect
go,
for Ollie.
bro. Vamos. I don't know where
He's
he's
got a
from. He
zero
looks
in
like
his
from
name,
Portugal
that
by
means
the
the
name.
Navi gave away that one, but the frags just didn't work out in the lockdown, especially gonna do some damage.
Oh,
Philo.
Phil is like in,
the
baby.
quick scope for 2.
That
the
be.
Bisk frag was good, but that was on a different
That's what I like to see,
level.
Philo.
2 members
I never pick Sizer,
executed
never.
out of
Keep
UCAM
picking, we're picking.
before they get to do anything else. Jesse not far behind, takes a shot to the legs, down to 5 HP.
I mean,
Hero.
Navi are just gonna do it
Only
like this,
just left my
no
friends
chance
that
for
be
UCAM,
on map
really.
point. And remember, guys,
I mean, they've had
this
such
is
a good
elimination
defensive
match.
half, but
Loser is
their attack
out.
was just a non-starter.
Winner
We didn't really
stays
see them
alive to
finding
fight tomorrow.
anything.
I think it's tomorrow.
It's a couple of heroics, and much like Navi,
Oh my
heroics
god,
is
you're
all
so
that they got to
bad,
rely
son.
upon. But unlike Navi,
Level of hassle, just throw a killjoy nade maybe on towards like art stairs, create anything, because at the moment 3 people are going to kind of force him down, rush him down, and yeah, okay, sure, they're not going to give you that fight for free, Ollie. Navi are just a bit too experienced at something like that. And the Nightfall as well. Now, the position's essentially switched. Navi and UCAM kind of looking like the opposite teams, but you've just walked into the jaws here, and Navi look hungry.
The save the day. Jesse still finds some value.
Yeah,
They're
looks
doubling
like
down for the
GG.
spawn position, but Shao just
Well
seals
done,
the
Navi.
deal.
Well done. Good
That is it,
recovery.
Navi.
Masterclass on the defender's
The
side.
defensive side that
Good game by Sociable as well. Filled with confidence. Kolosha really well too. Hero to hero. Normal stuff. My friends, only the first map. We got back with that big map. Okay, my friends. Sky here for Bold. Chamber for Bisk. Double duelist for Navik. This time Kolosha playing Whaley. And the Hide's back. Oh my god, bro. How is this possible? This disgusting weapon. Bold. Okay. Kid is already 1 away from Seekers, bro. Yeah. I shouldn't spend there. Oh, he fully check? Damn, pulled. Nice. Seekers already, bro. Some DMs, man. I was seeing the tracers and I couldn't hear shit. Bisk? Oh, nice, bro. He just won the run like that. Nice, brother. Nice. My friends, forbidden round for UCAM and V. Gotta try to save this. And they'll be broke next round. Yeah, this off-angle is too strong. Both played that really well. The Viper well as well. Oh, Lizera? Damn, bro, they're gonna win this round? Oh my god, UCAM, that's a big one. Guys, 2 players on a view. No money. Beautiful retake, boys.
Just thinking about the race, right? If Famsy's actually not caught into it, that could have been a very different round. Famsy trying to be patient, but identified on the other end. He still gets a kill regardless, and the execute is in, but well handled by UCAM. They did not allow them to expand onto backside. They just gave them bench, and they held onto that line of sight. Bisk getting the better of that one, and it's only sociably.
Expecting a bit of a proactive torching of lamps that we also typically see. Not going to be the case this time. Navi just wanting to walk in on their own side. There it is. There's the orbital strikes. Half of this map being melted, but it's UCAM seeming to be the ones, at least for initially falling. Shao on very little HP will take any damage and fall. Spike still gonna go down. A Nightfall from Sociably that does just get thrown out, and the back and forth is absolutely crisp. The Trailblazer
my friends, was a
gets the kill.
5v3. The dog, the Caramelo got the kill.
In months,
oh
if
my
not
god,
potentially a year. The dog is hungry, and Shao, unfortunately, that dog has him in the dog, not the other way around. Sociably, 1 person left just to try and get
poor
the timing.
guy. What can he do there, man?
They've seen what Jesse did on the Aster, right? Kind of popping the 14, 15, 16
guys, they're trying to eat healthy, you know, things like that, no alcohol and stuff, but out of nowhere,
it would be a real
all I can think of is
if we
pizza.
do see that same performance reflected from Bold Hero.
God.
Certainly living up to his name. A decent chunk of damage, though, has been done.
Okay,
Will
Navi,
not matter.
you got a game?
It is great, and it has taken the game by storm a little bit. The real problem with the Outlaw around like this is that where's the chip damage, really? And I mean, Shao is the one that is like, hey, here's your chip damage. You're asking for it. Now there's a player on 100 HP.
I might have to turn my co-commentators mic off
is so hard to
Navi, because both teams have been listening to the comms, and it's meant a frag going each way. The Seekers are being played off of beautifully. The Showstopper. Or sorry, it's not the
it's normal
showstopper,
for you
it's
to
just the
start
satchel movement
underperform,
from
but like if you
Famsy.
start underperforming in terms of numbers, the chances of you getting kicked
what I was talking
off
about, right?
franchises
UCAM managed
is
to break
big.
through
If you do
very
well,
easily
it's great.
this push from Hookah
But if you
off
don't,
the back of good
if your
satchel
team doesn't
movement.
perform,
So very
bro,
nicely done from Famsy. Very
you
good
are in
opening frag
trouble.
from Bisk. Exactly what we were asking from them. Kolosha get lucky to get away with his life. the light speed. Oh, beautiful work of the Saturate there. And does read Gwear's swing, so equalizes the man advantage. Goes for the kind of Hail Mary shots. The molly is going to hit the spike, but there's not another one as far as I know here. That will be the last remaining molly, so the time does need killed. The opposition does as well.
Okay,
and actually, NAVI have just walked in, walked through. They're not able to get the defuse. It's pretty damn close, though. In theory, you would have expected one of them to go for it, but no, they're kind of playing this round. They know they're on the lower buy. They expect to die and therefore get their ults online for the second round. But it looks like NAVI, just off the back of that, going to be playing for this 11-6 scoreline. Nightfall does hit. It's a lot of decent kind of, or not the Nightfall, sorry, the Seas. Gives a lot of information. But it's not been utility that have been seeing NAVI through. It's not been utility that has been the cause of these retakes.
Man, here is a guy who's gonna be on the scene for a long time, man. He's actually different.
Force that UCAM cannot currently keep up with. Olizera trying to get as cheeky and
he's too good at the game, guys. Too good.
Position as he can.
Drenched into lamps, but they just kind of got forced by NAVI finding those kills and rotating as quick as they did, and now they're only 3 rounds behind. But Famsi, talk about being comfortable, Will. That is exactly the right kind of satchel. And now they get to handle the site itself.
Nice. Yo, Bod is playing really well, guys. Eyes on this man.
Now Fidu,
he's cooking, dude.
There's so much pressure. He's got the right idea, but he's forced to gate crash anyways.
Oh, the stand dodge. Slow dodge.
Kalusha trying his best to force his life into his hands. Solo ulting bald. I don't hate.
Look at Olizera.
Oh no. Oh, Olizera. Oh, but it's only a classic. He does 50.
Don't buy the quick classic.
He's hurt. The blind side into the game.
Buy the quick classic.
Enough even with
Never
the C's. So the spike ticking away. The molly from Jesse means Shao falls. Sociably the only one up.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, that can. Yo, this guy is good, bro. I'm not gonna lie. It's impressive, man.
Is this now where NAVI do get a little bit shaky? Because if they're scared to kind of commit
that
utility, to commit that kind of setup, the orbital strike being used just to make sure Garden's absolutely clear. Maybe a little bit kind of overzealous, to be honest, just because there was no control out of Hookah there.
That did a lot of damage. Oh my god, my friends. 12 to 7. NAVI, no money. This is looking like the
single strongest gun.
Unless NAVI can pull up a miracle comeback, which they can. NAVI always can do that.
The damage, Bisq. Been a little bit hit and miss, but when he hits, he has basically been the reason you can take the round here. And with the...
Clean, boys.
Having to do a little bit of a double take. To maybe answer back for Sociably here. Yeah, sees the Viper's Pit, or sees the Snakebite. Does exactly that. You kind of need to push W if you are UCAM. Only 30 seconds left.
Oh my god, it's kind of shaking. Look at my game.
But it's Shao.
NAVI's gonna stay alive.
Right in the front.
I don't know how, but they always do, bro.
Player remaining. Bold has been a hero.
Not an easy thing to pay. 8 to 12, NAVI still breathing.
The kind of game that he's
low money for
I'm not
UCAM.
faulting him for having confidence, but that was overzealous for sure. And now UCAM might be pressured again off of their match point. It's delayed and delayed. But at least the spike plant is not going to be interrupted here. Numbers still in the favor of NAVI. But for them to get the retake going, they will need to use those 2 players in showers. It's a late play from the side of UCAM, but they lose all these Zera. And that might be the entirety of the site out of their hands. They're only holding on to lamps. And while the spike is planted for them, time is running out of NAVI. They're taking their sweet time. And now Famsi cleared out, but the Molotov is going to come in from Jesse, and that might be the guarantee that they need for that one.
Wasn't it early?
Needs somebody block it, and it's not going to be Sociably. Missed with a second, and UCAM
it felt like NAVI took forever.
All the way to its end. It's a quad kill, and it's not going to be. Shao may have found all the kills in the world.
Forever against
but at the end of the day, UCAM
the guy that is GG UCAM. They did that, man. They took 1 map and here 1 thing. Guys, they look good. That was a nice game. Haven time. I like to watch this map, man. Yo, it was the first map that I ever played, and I think it was one of the reasons why I fell in love with the game, you know? This map is so good, man.
The fast lane coming through.
But guys, I'm not gonna lie, I miss playing Ascent. Watching, not so much, but playing, yes.
Right into this, but you need a quick rundown. You've got that double duelist side from NAVI, as our wonderful analysts were saying. And then UCAM, they're just wanting to deal with this Killjoy. They're wanting to have that setup, maybe a little bit
Good
more
play Jet
reminiscent
there,
of
bro.
Pearl.
It was a good time.
But
You know,
this
now
attack
I'm
here
playing
from Navi is
Cypher.
actually
Today I play
worked
Sage.
out very,
Paul.
very clean here.
That was
UCAM
fun.
committing themselves towards the A site. They've given this C site over without too much of a concern here. Best has to do it all here, and we've seen him do excellent work on the chamber. Will he be able to reflect that from this Yoru? Will he be able to make this work here? Hero on the logs. This
Hero the hero
out of Garage is very clean. 1 versus 3 now for Jesse.
What they're doing, and now that Jesse has put the smoke, they can, if they want to, aggress a little bit more towards short, but it seems like that they're floating heavier towards the A site, which is the right call. The contact comes in and is pressured, yet still he holds down.
Nice,
from hell,
Phil.
all
That
the
was
kills go the
beautiful,
way of
brother.
Navi, not
Just
even
like
this
that, the
Gigabyte
round was
living
over.
UCAM. And
Beautiful
just might
shot,
have to be a
Solzera.
close
My
save.
friend.
Now, even the triple
Salva,
players
salva,
standing in their
salva.
way, and they know that they got a good bonus. That the
What are
weapons
you
aren't the best
doing,
for
bro?
Navi.
What are you doing? You was a
But despite
save.
those, so they get a lot more freedom. They got lobby. They've scaled up into long. Short is the one angle. And they'll face some troubles through.
Missed that
Filu
one.
not scared
Two.
whatsoever. If they can fight
Oh,
two of them, they know there are two
fake
players
phone
on
there?
A-Link. And they're
Fake
trying
phone
to
there,
lean
like, bro,
into
stop
the
me, it's a
A-site for
phone.
that one with a player entrenched in heaven.
Oh, yeah,
and
he still
Hero
died.
finding
Hero.
that kill. UCAM
Calinhas now
is
is.
going to be struggling for a rotation.
Yeah, it's kind of a
Oh,
big,
look at the
that's
Viper.
a big read to just kind of force all of the attention on towards the B site. And then you see Navi just lurk up the A site with those 10 and
Oh
3
my
players.
god, Hero,
Speaking of
how do you
alert,
know that?
The patience is
Bro, I'm telling you, this kid
absolutely
is special. Just
stunning
like that,
from
5-1.
Hero. The reason the meta says that some agents are the best is just because the best players in the world can get all the value in the world. And speaking of the value, Bold
I believe he was
good
going to
for
get
one.
through.
Honestly, surprised at that. Thought Filu would
Okay,
fall
best
as
chance
well.
for
A bit of
Okan here.
damage done though. 4 versus 3 for this retake. But as soon as Sociable gets this spike down, Hunter's Fury gonna be online. The post plant scenario very much favoring
Sociable
Navi.
Hunter Siri.
Best case scenario now.
Okay, now drone should be easy.
UCAM starts off well on the retake. Got the lockdown as well. But as I said, still a Hunter's Fury. Still a lot of space for Sociable to be playing.
Yeah, they cannot
from.
wait too long.
UCAM get the site itself. They know that it's off site. And there is a chance for that smoke to prove to be important. But Xiao, the first player on that post, he can still play for the spray. But
well
Jesse got
done,
blocked for a
boys.
teammate, and
Well
they are
done.
none
See,
the
sure one thing is
wiser.
lying.
Shenanigans
Well done,
erupted from
well done.
UCAM. Line headstrong. It's 3 players on that line of sight. They need to use something. Bisk trying to take the fight to
Nice,
them, almost
Bisk.
finding a collateral there. Happy enough to find a 1, but they've scaled into the site. And Kolosha usually is so impactful with the lightning gun. This time the overdrive will
Yeah,
not
that's a
find
nice
anything.
run, boys.
And
Clean
UCAM
win.
holding
One tap,
strong
one tap.
onto the side. That was labored from Famsi. On the initial point of contact, but go deeper from there wouldn't be that complicated, especially if Bisk finds that kill. Now it's
Okay, I like this proactive.
And
Leave a
Bolt is in
bolt.
the best position to get away 1 for free. Checked by
There were
Sociable,
few opportunities on the map that they
just a
could
lazy
do
clear.
that. Navi was
makes it
not
so much
checking.
easier for him to hold the line. I'm not the biggest fan of the Viper spit, but it's enough of a distraction.
Not bad,
Kolosha
not bad.
takes his eye off the prize.
Blocking the part of the map wasn't
Navi
bad.
just starstruck
Well played
by the
by Okan here,
performance from
guys.
UCAM.
Well played. That's a beautiful
Now they're
round.
taking the fight to them. The
Well
Spanish
done, guys. 5 to
champions
5. Flow money
puts
for
down
Navi.
a 4 strong towards the C slide, but Filu can relay the information. So it's about, I would say, just disrespect the entire existence of the Yoru. Just take the fights head on, which is what UCAM are trying to do. Yoru stuck in the cubby, and Filu still able to find the kill regardless. And both
Nice,
not gonna be
Philo.
able to do that much
Just
more,
good
but
play.
UCAM holding down.
Guys,
that
7 rounds
C-slide.
here for
No
UCAM.
spike
It's
plant
insane.
needed. It's 0
This is
against
actually
3. Famsi
dangerous
lower on
and
hell,
worrying for Navi.
but there's a player on the other side, and
Oh
now they got
my
the full
god, they're
information.
just gonna play
and
with
where
him. My
the
friends, yes,
Moroccan
with the
is,
catch,
and he's
pulls
not
it
gonna
out.
live for
7-5
so
than
much
V.
longer.
They
A
need the
hat-trick
pistol.
from
100 seconds just for Navi to potentially again smell that blood for a second time. Get overzealous, over eager. Hero gonna get not spotted out initially, but listen to the amount of bullets echoing out onto that C site to protect Hero to make sure he doesn't get spotted out. But That's just a good calm. That's an excellent call just to say, okay, go for mid. Too many players set up on C. Olizera not quite able to get the lurk down. The spike actually being prevented on the B site. We've been doing loads of laps, loads of circuits. Kalusha and Hero trying to hold down this garage as best as possible. And if the spike keeps dropping, it doesn't matter what's going on that site.
When things get tough, okay, it's going to be
already. Just 20 seconds remaining.
One more
Back
time.
to the B side is going to be the final destination and sociable.
Man.
He's looking at the right angle, but it's not going to be enough for Bisk, even if he goes for the plant. Heroes in the right
Heroes
position.
That already?
Damn.
I like this dip cans on Simon. I always do that anyway.
For Navi, even if you have to sacrifice Kalusha, because the amount
at
of
least one player to go there everyone to break it.
Nothing short of
if they don't do that,
guaranteeing
you get tons of information for free.
Yeah, just the camera there from Hero. The right timing, and it went in the round. There it is. You now know that it has to be at least some presence towards the C side. The rotation
on the flank, Hero.
Time, though, but Hero,
man, he's insane, guys. He's actually insane.
Double kill already. And with the spike down, the rotation
should never get to that.
Its way into garage. Filu waiting to see if he can find a timing on the garage take. They're gonna be spending their sweet seconds setting up their retake. The smokes come down, the reveal to get the information on the initial player.
So with you guys, the window's wrong, they break UCAM economy, and they're back in the game.
Very complicated for Fancy, who needed to stick the landing, and with him going down, now it's all onto Bold, who has been the hero.
Yeah.
Is the IGL called upon to steal away?
Oh, he's dead, Joe. I didn't know.
He slows down. Two players on garage. Working their way onto the side, angles, window.
Yeah, this guy is good, bro. Yo, low-key, I like this guy. I like this guy, bro. They're good, man. You're actually good.
The last 15 seconds to make a decision. I do not hear it. It's a pre-aim for the molly. It's a pre-aim for the snake bite. Filu with potentially a better pre-aim. Does get caught out by the Haunt. Able to gate crash, no concerns there.
They're gonna commit on B.
Actually see a sharp bit of indecision, though. Yes, Famsy's able to get onto this basically himself.
That was insane.
Re-pivot back to the B site off of that double kill. That could have been very scary if Jesse had been a little bit deeper into guards.
No money for NAVI, dude.
Can Shell get his time, and he's being held very locked down. Bold,
God,
even with 30 HP.
Sociable 1 victory, dodge the paranoia.
Nice sidestep from Sociable.
What can he do?
Online, but
man, look at the ult cycle for
UCAM. I don't really
have everything they need to close to win this. To win this one against Team 1 against NAVI.
Make this one a
to eliminate the NAVI here from the tournament, guys.
About damage from this point onwards.
I know they're not playing with Roxy, but still.
He's trying to defuse in a way that is safe.
Oh my god, 9-7, likely to be 10-7.
Out for anyone that maybe missed it earlier. These are all elimination games, lower bracket style, so the setup has to be clean, it has to be perfect, and Jesse is exactly that.
Kalusha alone here on side.
But Bold with a very quick
under pressure, rotations are coming.
Getting all the information that you could ever hope for as a
Kid, you gotta do a miracle. You gotta save NAVI. Think you're simple. You're dead.
Found eventually in the final.
My friends, NAVI might be eliminated.
More than the one. There's a chance for a multi-kill.
Not even Hero, the Hero can save them, my friends. 11-7, they got no money. He still might press with available for UCAM. One misstep, Philo dies, and it's over, guys. It's already map point for UCAM.
Everything.
Oh, gets the kill. Can he do a miracle comeback? Guys, you guys are playing for NAVI. It's a legendary organization, one of the most incredible ones in the history of esports.
While all this has happened,
got 5 ults.
The spike being tapped to force a little bit of an aggression, which means Xiao does fall. Hunter's Fury, a good tag.
Two
separate players, but everyone's standing strong right now. The regroup has come
a little bit from Dota, but more for first sets. Simple.
And UCAM are aware of that. They're pivoting towards the A site off the back.
The judgment call was made. But Hero now needs to stand strong, finds the reveal, good for one more with Sociable, and there's a world where things could go wrong.
They stay alive, my friends, for runs. I seen crazy stuff from NAVI. You guys can do it.
You would kind of expect of a tier 2 team, but is no less a bit concerning, right? They just want to keep making A
You want to go, I know.
They want to keep playing this site. They want to push this, force this to work on their terms. Whether they can or not is a different story. But it's going to get predictable here. The lockdown does come through, gives the A site all towards UCAM. 2 players detained, but you're not going to really have the space to go off of that, so it's just going to be the spike planted.
2-0 team, my friends.
5v5
Tell me,
retake.
you guys believe in
Very
Navi?
obviously, Navi wanted this. They got the Cosmic Divide, they got the Overdrive, and they even got the Neural Theft in case they find one of those kills. And right now they're trying to use those tools. The Yoru almost caught. It's actually going to be Biz going down. Neon dropping in. One more from Kolosha. And Navi are clearing house on this side. It's 3 for the youngsters. Less than a 1v2.
They're doing it, bro.
And
They're
he
doing
is
it.
going to bail out
Oh, Cam
Navi,
can still
who
buy.
live to continue.
From UCAM, really forcing Navi to be aware of every possible angle to adapt as easily as they can. The C's onto the backside doesn't hit Social,
Social.
but they do have a feeling there's someone there.
Oh
They see
my
the elbow,
God.
and this could be the beginning of the end unless Hero does exactly that. The team Paranoia not going to stop the spike being planted. And look at the 2 lurks all the way down to defender side spawn.
Oh, and the timing
Give me a
is
corpse.
so good
Pass.
here for
Look
Shao.
for the Vipers.
Not gonna be detected on the other side.
Wait,
by
he found the
Bo.
gap. He found the gap.
Maybe an
No!
Ollie. Maybe even some more.
Oh
but the
my God,
heartbreak
Bo.
for Navi as they lose their captain.
That's game.
Now he needs to lead from the shadow. Good call by Kolosha. But they're still trying to shoot their way through.
It's okay
Heroes
game,
on the
guys.
first half, but
Navi lost.
UCAM will knock Navi down. It's
Oh
3-3,
my
and
God,
it's
you
not
can.
gonna be enough.
You guys
Navi
did it.
are
You can.
out
You
of the
can. You
clash,
did it.
And UCAM
Oh
will be
my
the
God,
victors
tier
against the
2
BCCP.
taking down tier 1, my friend.
there more of a story
And
to
if I like,
tell?
subscribe. There's
Is
more
this
series
not
today.
entertainment
More
that
series
we
tomorrow as well, my
demanded?
friends. Big
We
games coming.
expected